Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Tea Time with Torloff. I'm not okay. Let's just get it off my chest here. I know that there's a lot of people out there that use their Xboxes basically as their only means of accessing Microsoft's catalog of games. I know there are other people that just purchase their games piecemeal on Steam. Then I know there's people like me that'll play on Xbox, consoles, on PC, and want to go back and forth between them because they like physical games. They're like, whatever. I want to talk a bit about this week some of my issues with Xbox as a whole. And I don't want anyone to think that this means that I don't like the platform. I feel like the Xbox platform in its current state, console wise, is good. PC wise, it needs work. So I'm just gonna disconnect from the. Okay, so here we are. I'm gonna use It Takes Two as a. Can I see the stats? Oh, I cannot see my stats on it because I played it in the EA desktop. So we'll say how long I played it, all that good stuff. So there are games like It Takes Two here, which I actually own a physical copy of. That unfortunately don't track achievements when you're playing on the EA desktop. Or but I've even had that problem with games like Evil Within. Um, I don't have any achievements for the game. None of the hook-ins worked when I played this. I don't personally. It doesn't bother me that much because I wanted to play the game for the video to see if it was still not as good as I remembered, and it wasn't. But it's just weird to me that I've clearly beaten the game and then some, and I got no achievement and no gamer score off of it. I mean, just beating the game should give me a base level of gamer score. And I did try other games, and see, you got other stuff like I got 750 or 1500 here. I haven't played the DLC on the remastered yet. And other games, it's like 450, whatever, 640, and all sorts of games. You can see like I'm not a big completionist. I don't really hunt them down. Call of the Sea's got 2 listings because it's. Is this PC? I play this on PC. Was this PC or was this console? I think this was console. I can't tell. And it's odd because some of the games have 2 different versions. Like Evil Within here specifically says PC. But then there's games that have Play Anywhere, like Back 4 Blood here, which it's got both. Personally, I think it's just odd the way some of this works. And I feel like it's also we're still in the infancy of Xbox PC. Like the Game Pass app has only been at a beta for about a year, if that. I wouldn't say it's exactly 100% flawless. It still needs improvements. It still needs to be improved a bit. You can stream your Xbox to your PC. which I always thought was weird that that's the only way you could stream your Xbox. But because I remember when the Xbox One came out, and I remember Total Biscuit talking about it and saying how weird that was. Why can't I do it the other way? Why can't I stream my PC to my Xbox? And honestly, it's kind of odd. I feel like it should be able to do that. You know? Like, I should be able to stream my PC games to my Xbox. But I think you could take it even a step further and have it on a OS level. Because obviously you can stream or project, whatever you want to call it, to projectors and that from a PC if they are enabled to work like that. Why not have a remote way of doing that on the Windows operating system itself? You know, um, I for instance like to play. Well, if I look at, because Steam has this. Steam's got. Whoops, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Steam has like big picture mode, in-house streaming, all that good stuff. And I want to play some of the games on the TV that don't have Xbox versions. Reza 1, Reza 2. Neo 2. And it's you can't right now. Well, I can play it on my TV if I use the Steam Big Picture or Steam in-home streaming app on my smart TV. It's just odd. It's an odd exclusion in my opinion. And hopefully in the near future this tool set, this feature set gets built out more. And all of this really manifested when I wanted to play Guardians of the Galaxy on TV, because I don't want to play this on the 1S. I'm gonna be honest. The 1S is probably a little long in the tooth, and I probably should have sprung the extra money for the 1X in 2019 when I bought it, but I didn't. So I've got a 1S. It runs most games fine, and honestly, I am always surprised with how it runs some of these games, and they look relatively good. The problem for me is that I can't stream games from my Superior Series X. They want me to stream from the cloud. And cloud streaming for me has been a mixed bag and a half. When I do it on PC or do it on console, I always get it's playable, but I get a lot of artifacts and artifacting and weird color splotches. It's usually faster just to download the game, smoother to download it and play it natively. So in-house streaming is ideal for me. I don't hate the idea of being able to stream games on console or having more options. Options are the best, and it just seems weird to me that um, Microsoft's competitor Sony, well, I know isn't their primary competitor, but has in-house streaming from PlayStation to PlayStation working perfectly fine. But the Xbox doesn't have it, or Xbox to, or PC to Xbox working when it is one of the pillars of their three-pronged approach. That's not a negative, again, about it. It's just odd. I also thought it was weird because I'm like, there's got to be a smart TV app for the Xbox. No. I guess you can stream via the website, but isn't if you go to like, hold on. It's like open this over. I'm gonna put this over here. It's just use Edge. Just use Edge. Ba 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 ba. I should be able to just sign in. Ba 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 ba. Cool. Yeah, you go xbox.com and you're just like cloud gaming beta. Now, I can't. Yeah, that was the website. So this is sort of okay, but I feel like they could do better, and I feel like Apple making them have to make streaming to the browser viable because, you know, Apple being Apple made a lot of this just not good for anyone. I have used the cloud streaming on browser and it works fine, but it's the exact same as using it in this application. Which I think you can still do, right? Oh. Yeah, cloud gaming. So the bottom line is cloud gaming isn't perfect and it doesn't work for everyone. And I feel like they need to broaden in-house streaming a lot or local streaming, because I know you can stream from your Xbox outside of your house, which is also really nice if you have really good internet. I do not on my phone. Not great in my house either. We need good internet for that. I've got 10 megabits upload, so it's not ideal for that. But it's been a decent first step. I feel like this is one of the pillars that needs to be strengthened the most to keep the Xbox from leaning. Like right now, it's like super console, like console's this. Here's PC. Here's thing. So it's like leaning a bit. Just gotta bring up the other sides to make them a little more level. I feel like cloud gaming is still niche though, and will remain niche until internet speeds increase. But might be more popular for people. I can't see a lot of people being like, I want to play Destiny 2 or something more fast paced on streaming, because if they have internet like me, I find even slow paced games, like I was playing because it was a quest for it. It was like Disneyland Adventures. I was playing this on the Series X, but via cloud streaming, and it looked awful. It honestly did. No controller, but whatever. And the network is fine, but it's not ideal. So my brother was like, "What is?" My brother looked over. He's like, "What is up with that?" I'm like, "I'm streaming it." And he's like, "Oh." And I'm like, "Yeah, it does not look good." So, but that I think is not an issue with the XCloud servers, and more an issue with my internet speeds in general. I'm not being able to keep up with the amount of refreshes and latency. I couldn't even tell you because half the time I couldn't see what was going on. This is a cute game for kids, but I wouldn't want to play it. Anyway, kind of a short and rambly episode about things I'm not super keen on with the Xbox platform. But for the most part, I really like it. I would have loved to talk more about It Takes Two, but unfortunately, it actually takes two to play this game, and Rin went to bed early, so I can't blame her. It's like 2 in the morning. So I'll try and get something on that maybe next week or get some recorded for the end of the year because it's sneaking up on me and I've got to start. But I also want to finish this. Love this game. So far, I love this game. It's absolutely awesome. But until next time, matane.